Happy New Year, guys. Welcome and welcome back to my channel. So as you guys all can see from the title of this video, today we're going to be talking about how to live in 2023, how we're going to be able to have an impactful life in 2023. Let's get straight to the video. I just like staying on topic because I'm the kind of person I will talk and talk and talk and go off topic. So I decided to kind of have some pointers that I wanted to share with you guys. I feel as if last year was very, very challenging. I had to make grown-up decisions. I think COVID kind of put a lot of things into perspective for us. I was the type of person where if I want something, I make a plan to get it. So essentially, when COVID happened, I felt like I didn't have as much control on my life as I did before. It actually brought me closer to God because sometimes we as individuals will have this, oh, I gotta go get it, I have to go get it. We forget that one part that we need is God. I learned that it's not in my time, but it's in God's time. And that's something that I'm taking along with me in this 2023. I need to depend on God. It's okay to not have it all down packed. It's okay to not be sure. It's okay to need help and to ask for help. And one thing that I did learn is no matter how many times you backslide, God is always there to pick you up. I'm not really sure of what religion you guys are, but I am from a Christian family. I heavily believe in God. I feel as if God lives within us and he helps and directs our path, but he also wants you to be intentional with the things that you want and the things that you want to conquer in this life. We as millennials kind of get to a certain point where sometimes you're trying to find your purpose in life, and sometimes just being the authentic you is your purpose. Sometimes we're going around searching for a lot of things that's already within us. We just want to shine the light on it. We have to be that light that we want to see. I believe that 2023 is going to be very prosperous for a lot of us. I feel like a lot of us are getting our SHIT together. A lot of millennials, and I'm just speaking because I am a millennial, a lot of millennials have gotten to the point where they're just trying to figure out their lives. You can't just keep doing the same thing over and over again. I know that right out of college, I kind of fell into a slight depression because when you're in college, there's like a perception as if you go to middle school, after middle school, you go to high school, after high school, you go to college, and after college, you're going right into your career. And that is not what it is. They lied to us. That's when you have to fall back on your faith because it's God and you. Sometimes nothing that anybody will say to you, no matter how your parents want to push you, unless you're not ready to push yourself, you're gonna be stuck in the same exact place. You just have to be mindful and want to push yourself. When the training wheels are taken off, to me, that was like after college where you don't really have a sense of direction. You don't know where to go. Within prayer, you're able to ask God for discernment to help you figure out the answers to a lot of your questions. Follow God and follow him in faith, because if you do not have faith in yourself, there's no way that somebody's gonna have faith in you. And that can be in any relationship, even the relationships that you have with yourself. Stay prayed up. You're not here alone. God put certain people in your life for a reason, and you shouldn't push them away, but you should utilize it. And you should also utilize God because he's always going to be there. This year, I vowed to kind of change my mindset on things and have a stern mindset. One thing that I know holds me back is my fear of not knowing. I don't know what's going to happen to me, and that to me sometimes scare me. And I'm the kind of person that I like to plan a lot. So whenever I plan something, I expect it to go as planned. And when it doesn't, I usually will get kind of like in my feelings, or I'll kind of get sad. But one thing that I learned is it was all about my mindset. If I have a negative mindset, if I have negative things to say about myself in my head, that doubt that is in your head is really holding you back to where you need to be or where you want to be. So just having those positive things to say to yourself, even if internally you don't think you can do it, you need to learn to challenge yourself and be like, you know what? I think I could do that and more. And so by the time you even reach that goal, your mind is somewhere higher than it even started. One thing that I learned growing up is you have to always make sure that you have a solid foundation so that you'll be able to grow upon your solid foundation. If you start with a wonky foundation, imagine you're building a house and your foundation of your house is not stable. Everything that you will continue to build on top of that wonky foundation will all come crashing down because you didn't pay attention to the initial start and what is uplifting your dreams. That starts with you and your mindset. You should be able to overlook any obstacle that the devil or life throws at you, because essentially that makes you into a greater person, a stronger person. Someone with a strong mindset will be able to conquer so much than somebody who is weak. With having a strong mindset, you should probably have some goals jotted down. For me, I feel like I always have to have a sense of direction. So I love writing things down and crossing it out as I go. And I kind of love looking at it because I like things that are tangible. On your phone, there's a lot of distractions. So I don't usually put a lot of things on my notes on my phone, but when it comes to my journal or like my planner, I will jot some things down because I like being able to open up my journal and read, okay, I did this, I crossed this out because I did this on this day. To me, that makes me happy. Knowing that I set a certain goal for myself and I was able to achieve it, that makes me happy. And that's what I want to bring into the new year, is setting goals. I usually do monthly goals and then yearly goals. If you're able to set your monthly goals, your yearly goals are going to be met at the end regardless. Just making sure that you're staying consistent will assure that your goals will be met, because you're going to be more persistent in getting those certain tasks done, getting to the level that you want to be. The sky is the limit. And let me just say this, like, I really feel like there's nothing that I can't do. I feel like if I put my mind to something, I can do it. And that is the mood for 2023. We're putting our all into anything that comes from us. Put your all into it and it will serve you right. And with God by your side, there's no one that can hold you back from your happiness, your destiny, and your success. One thing that I learned is how to set healthy boundaries. I was the kind of person where I would somehow be a people pleaser, where I'm always saying yes to a lot of things that I didn't want to do, but I wanted to do it just to make the person happy, but I didn't want to do it if it was like in my own will. Does that make sense? I would do these things that I don't want to do and then go back home and then beat myself up because I didn't want to do it. And I felt like I didn't really have control of myself. And this goes back to your mindset. Your mindset has to be strong in order for you to properly set healthy boundaries between you and everything surrounding your life. You have to learn how to set boundaries in your workplace, especially if you expect to stay there for a while. You want everybody to respect you and you to be able to reciprocate the same type of energy that you get back. You should also learn how to set boundaries with your loved ones. I learned to set healthy boundaries where you're not making enemies or being forced to do something because you love this person or because these people have been in your life for so long. You just have to choose you. And that's a part of setting boundaries. Sometimes you have to choose yourself because in retrospect, you're the only one that makes sure that you wake up in the morning. You have to put yourself first. When you're setting boundaries, it's really beneficial because you're able to stay true to yourself. A lot of times we allow other people's opinions of us, how the world is going to see us, affect us so much that we kind of push back the things that we want in life because of other people's perceptions of us. We have to kind of put that behind, especially in 2023, because listen, there's always going to be next year. But one thing that you never want is to be in the same place, in the same predicament that you overcame the year before. That is the hardest pill to swallow, knowing that you had the chance to do something and you didn't stay true to yourself and the things that you want out of life, that you kind of conformed into what society wants for you than what you want for yourself. That connects to your happiness. How am I going to be happy if I'm not doing anything that makes me happy? You need to let go of people who do not pour into your life. And pouring into you doesn't only have to be physical. Sometimes pouring into somebody emotionally, being somebody's support system, somebody who is there to motivate the people around them, who uplifts people, brings the best out of people, and gets that reciprocated is what you need in your life. So we have to learn how to put ourselves first. I was made aware that I was too hard on myself. Sometimes we are willfully blind to the things that we know about ourselves, but we choose not to see it. Growing up, I was always very hard on myself. I never really thought that nothing that I accomplished was ever that big. To me, nothing I did was ever enough. Even when I'm doing really good, I don't really sit and take the time out to say, good job, like giving myself a pat on the back or even saying to myself, like, good job. giving myself a sense of gratitude is something that I never really did. It was always what I wasn't doing or what I needed to do. Sometimes I was my biggest setback. No matter what obstacle God put my way, I was always able to overcome. But one thing that I was not able to overcome is my mindset, and sometimes feeling that I'm not doing shit when from outside it looks like I'm doing a lot. That's something that I'm going to be working on 2023, just giving myself that grace and kind of slowing down to enjoy the fruits of my labor. In this life, we all want to be secure, but one thing that we can't buy with money is more time on this earth. So I want to spend that time with people who love me, people who cherish me, people who pour into me as I pour into them, and just people who uplift me and want me to be the best version of myself. As time goes on, God is going to open up many windows, but at the same time, He's going to be closing many doors that we shouldn't look back at, because sometimes when those doors are closed, that's God telling you that it's time for you to go on the next journey. It's time for you to go in your next lesson in life. And how can you learn something new when you're still stuck on something that you should have overcome? Amen. I need to be more intentional this year. I could have achieved a lot in life if I was just intentional. You want it? Go get it. I'm the kind of person that when it comes to myself, I don't think I'm as intentional with the tasks that I have or the goals that I have for myself personally. But when it comes to something that I need to do for work, oh yeah, I'm intentional about that. When it comes to myself and the things that I want to do for me, I'm not as intentional about it versus what I would want to do for other people. I need to redirect my focus, redirect my strength, and put it back into myself, because I can't be the best me for you if I can't be the best me for me. How you are inside drifts onto the people who are around you. Last but not least, I believe that there's so many things in life that we can achieve if we didn't give up when things got hard. You have to continue to get back up. Every time life puts you down, get back up and show out for yourself. Just don't give up on yourself, guys. This life is short, but it's worth living. There's so much more for us to learn and so many things for us to discover. I just really hope that you guys have a great, wonderful 2023. And I know that you guys are going to be coming along with me on my channel. We're going to grow together. And I just hope that next year we're on some new topics, because we're going to learn to overcome a lot of things in order to be the best versions of ourselves. Thank you guys so much. I hope you guys have a great 2023. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you guys are not a part of the Aggie family, you can go ahead and click that subscribe button and then that bell to get notified whenever I do drop a video. This year, I am going to be intentional with every goal that I have, and that includes my goals on YouTube. And I'm going to make sure that I kind of give you guys the content that I know that I watch all the time on YouTube. I'm just giving you guys the best version of myself. And I just hope that, my presence is able to even enlighten anyone who comes across my channel. Thank you guys again. And until next time, bye.